Hey friends, welcome back. And in today's video, I'm gonna be sharing my go-to party appetizers, meals, snacks, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to be sharing my favorite go-to ones that are tried and true, that I know everyone will absolutely love. I have been making these for years and I wanted to share them with you guys in case you are looking for some last minute ideas for your Super Bowl party or for really any party. These would work amazingly. And all of these recipes are super simple, quick and easy because look, I'm a mama of four. I don't have time to be in the kitchen all day long cooking. So I wanted to make sure these were not only delicious, but super quick and easy to make so you can throw these together last minute and take them to a party. So over the last few days, I have been recording my recipes for you guys so I can compile it all into this video. But before I show you all of these delicious recipes, I did want to let you know that today's video is a collaboration with a bunch of YouTube ladies who are also going to be sharing some of their favorite party dishes. So make sure you check out our playlist. We're going to have it all linked together to make it super simple. You just click the playlist and you can see all of our videos. So if you're looking for some ideas, I'm sure you can find something delicious in there. And thank you so much to Tiffany from Small Town 6 for putting this collab together. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into these recipes. I made a few of them a few days ago, and then we will pick back up at the end with today for the final two recipes that I'm going to share with you guys. So I'm going to be making some buffalo chicken dip. If you guys have never had this before, you are missing out. It is so delicious and it's super easy to make. So I'm going to be using a rotisserie chicken, but of course you can cook your own chicken, but this just makes sure the chicken is really moist and soft, and it makes this a whole lot easier to make. So I picked this up from Sam's Club. We're going to be shredding that, and then you're also going to need your favorite kind of shredded cheese, a block of cream cheese, your favorite kind of buffalo sauce. I'm going to be using Red Hot today. I prefer Texas Pete, but I couldn't find it. So we're going to be using Red Hot and then just some ranch. So go ahead and preheat your oven to 350. I've been making this buffalo chicken dip for years, and you guys, it is always a hit, especially at parties or get-togethers. So this is a go-to recipe of mine that you can never go wrong as long as people like semi-spicy food, which of course the more hot sauce or like buffalo sauce that you add into your dip, obviously the spicier it is. But I do the same amount of buffalo sauce as I do ranch. So I do 1 cup of each. And then depending on how much chicken I have, because you can obviously like double or triple the recipe, I just go by how much chicken I have. I like mine to be a creamy consistency. So if I need more, I just add, you know, equal parts of ranch and buffalo sauce until I get the consistency that I'm looking for. But I'm gonna start off by shredding my chicken. Super easy. This is just gonna be for the family. We're not having anybody over. So I'm gonna be using my hands to shred with, but you could always wear some gloves or shred with a fork. So I have all of my chicken nice and shredded up. I'm gonna go ahead and microwave my block of cream cheese. I'm just gonna put it in a bowl, microwave it for about 15 or 20 seconds, just enough where it's like really easy to mush down with a fork. And then I'm gonna add it into my chicken with my sauces and mix it all together until it's nice and creamy. Now that it's nice and creamy and mixed together, I'm gonna go ahead and add in some shredded cheese. This is just up to your preference. If you want it super cheesy, add more. We are gonna do a layer of cheese on top, so if you don't want cheese inside of it, you can just do the layer on top of it. But I definitely recommend putting cheese inside of it because it makes it really good. now it's ready to go. We're gonna put it in the oven for 20 minutes at 350 degrees, and then you are ready to eat it. And of course, I recommend using like tortilla chips or whatever your favorite kind of dipping chips are. Would be perfect with this, or crackers. It is really delicious. So today we're gonna be making 2 more of our family's personal favorites for football games or get-togethers, any sort of event like that. And these 2 things are gonna be stuffed mushrooms. These are to die for, so delicious. And then we're also gonna be making chicken wings, because you can't have a party without chicken wings. So we're gonna be making those 2 party favorites, and I'll show you guys how I do it. I'm gonna start off making the stuffed mushrooms first, just because those have to bake in the oven. So while those are baking, I can get started on the chicken wings, because I'm gonna be making those in the air fryer. To make our stuffed mushrooms, all you're gonna need is 1 block of cream cheese, some breakfast sausage, I'm using Jimmy Dean, and your favorite kind of mushrooms. Y'all already know Baby Bella mushrooms are my favorite, so we're gonna be making these. I probably won't use all of these. This is like a pretty big pack. 1 block of cream cheese might not be enough. It might be able to make it, but I'm gonna save a few of these. That way I can use them in my eggs.
One more day to go. It takes time. One more flight, one more sunset and dawn. Yes, it takes time.
So once your breakfast sausage is nice and cooked, you're gonna add in your block of cream cheese. Turn your heat down to low, or you can even turn it off. And you're just going to smush your cream cheese with a fork to help blend it all together. We're gonna add some garlic powder, salt and pepper, and that's it. So once your cream cheese is nice and melted, you don't want to over melt it. You don't want it super runny, but just enough where you can like mold it. So you're just going to take your mushroom and you're gonna fill them up with the cream cheese mixture, just enough until it's kind of, you know, over the top. And then you can either put your cheese on them now and bake them, or you can wait until like 5 minutes before it's done and pull them out, put the cheese on, and then just, you know, pop them back in enough for them to melt. I personally just like to put the cheese on so I don't have to worry about it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna add some shredded cheese on top, and then we're gonna put them in the oven at 400 degrees for roughly 15 to 20 minutes. Just kind of depends on the size of your mushrooms. So you just want to keep an eye on them, and once they look like they are nice and soft, then they are done.
It takes time. One more flight, one more sunset and dawn. Yes, it takes time. And we dance through the downfall. Happy highs, happy running low. Yes, we dance through the downfall. Juggle, we juggle. And we dance through the downfall. Happy highs, happy running low. Yes, we dance through the downfall.
now that my mushrooms are in the oven, I'm gonna go ahead and start the chicken wings. I already thawed them out. They were frozen. I just had them sitting in some water all day long. So now they're nice and thawed out. So in order to make sure they get super crispy in your air fryer, you wanna make sure that you completely pat them dry. So I'm gonna dump all the water out. I'm gonna lay them out on some napkins, pat them down really well. That way I can make sure I get all of the moisture off of them. And then we're gonna add the seasoning. I'm just gonna be adding very basic seasoning, salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, because I'm actually gonna be making mine into sauce wings. So we bought this sauce from HEB that we're gonna be using, but if you don't wanna use sauce, then you might wanna season your wings a little bit more.
I'm driving, you're smiling, just really doing nothing. That's the thing I like about you. On the highway, it's our way, Route 66, and we keep on driving. We just do what we wanna do. Yeah, no, nothing's complicated with.
My air fryer has been heating up, so we're gonna do 380 degrees for 15 minutes, and then we're gonna flip the chicken wings and we're gonna cook them at 400 degrees for 5 minutes. You wanna make sure you don't overlap your chicken wings, that way they can get really crispy. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my first batch in. My mushrooms are done, so I'm about to pull those out as well.
Got a little crush on you. You say that I'm crazy. It's just the way that I get every time that I am with you. Your laughter takes me to heaven. I just wanna make you repeat it and repeat it again. Yeah, you make the sky so blue. No, nothing's complicated with you. Hey, playing songs on the radio, sing along to the words that we don't know how. Brings out the hours.
Since I'm gonna be saucing my wings, I'm gonna add them into a new bowl with a lid and throw the sauce that you want on it, shake them up, and they are ready to go.
Got a little crush on you.
I am back from getting the kids. It is getting close to dinner time, so we're gonna go ahead and make two of our favorite sides or dinner. In our case, we're actually gonna be eating this for dinner tonight because my family loves it, but we're gonna be making sliders and these crescent roll pizza roll up things that are to die for, and they are so easy to make. You guys will be mind blown, and they're bomb.com. So I'm gonna start off by making the sliders. And what I love about these sliders is you can do all kinds of different flavors. So if you wanna do like a pizza one, you can do pepperoni in there. If you wanna make ham sliders like I am, or you can do turkey meat, you can do roast beef, like so many options. I've even made barbecue sliders with some homemade barbecue in the crock pot, and then I added it to them. Oh my gosh, so good. But today we're just gonna be making ham and cheese sliders. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do that. All right, so for our sliders, what you're gonna need is, of course, a pack of the Hawaiian rolls. I'm making this just for the family, but of course you can double, triple this recipe. But I'm gonna be using 16 rolls. You're gonna need your choice of cheese. I'm gonna be using provolone. Your choice of meat, I'm using the Texas wildflower honey. And then you're gonna need roughly about 3 tablespoons of butter that we're gonna be melting and mixing in with the everything bagel seasoning. This is very important. You wanna make sure that you have this. This is what makes them taste so delicious. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 350. So the first thing you're gonna need to do is cut your rolls in half. This is probably the most challenging thing about making these, is trying to cut them evenly, but you just take a long knife and just try to cut in the middle all the way across.
I pull into your driveway, it's a Saturday night. You look like $1,000,000 wearing that dress I like. You're smiling, but there's something missing in your eyes. Girl, I can tell that you have something on your mind.
So we just put the bottom, obviously, in the pan. You don't really need to spray it or anything, unless your pan does have like a sticking problem, but I've never had a problem with mine sticking to the bottom. So just put it at the bottom, and then you're going to make a nice thick layer of meat, and then you're gonna layer your cheese on top, and then put the bun on the top.
I'm all about the good vibes. I know you're all about
Now we're just gonna go ahead and melt our butter for roughly 15-20 seconds, and then we're gonna add in, I'd say like 1 to 2 tablespoons of the seasoning. I just kind of eyeball it. You wanna be careful if you do too much. It is pretty salty, but I'd say I use around a tablespoon to 2.
Make you forget all your sorrows. Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax. All your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes. I know you're all about the good vibes.
Now we're gonna put them in the oven for about 15 minutes, just keeping an eye on them. You don't want them to get too brown on top, but just a little bit of brown. While those are in the oven, I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping our pizza roll-up things. You guys, I recently started making these and our family is obsessed. So I'm gonna show you guys what you're gonna need to make those. So to make these, all you're gonna need are some cheese sticks. I'm not exactly sure. It depends how cheesy you want to make them. I've seen people use an entire cheese stick. I've used half a cheese stick before, which was really good, but I prefer a third of a cheese stick. So I'll cut like a third and then, you know, use the other piece for the next one, and you know what I mean. So I have 9 right here, but I might need more. I have more in the fridge if needed. I'm gonna be making 2 packs of Crescent rolls because, you know, my entire family. So it's gonna be a total of 16. I typically get the butter ones, but you guys, everything is out of stock right now. Like there was only like 10 of these left. So we're gonna use Sweet Hawaiian. Hopefully they'll turn out just as good using this. It'll probably be just a little bit sweeter. And then you're gonna need some pepperoni. I made these the other day, so I might need more. So I have an extra pack, but typically 1 pack is plenty. And then of course, when it's all done, you're gonna wanna dip it in some marinara sauce. So we have some marinara sauce. And if you would like, we have done this as well. It makes them taste really good. You can melt some butter, add a little bit of garlic, and you can coat the tops before you bake them, and it makes them extra delicious. So if you wanna do that step, you can do that as well. Here's what they look like. Oh my goodness, you guys, they smell so good. I wish I was eating them, but I'm trying to be healthy. The family is gonna be having a salad with those, but you guys, these are seriously so delicious. Dip those in some marinara sauce and tastes just like pizza. And all of these were so easy to make. Definitely let me know if you end up trying any of them out. If you do, leave me a comment on this video or tag me on Instagram. I would love to see the pictures of your guys' food. And don't forget to check out the playlist. I know there's gonna be some amazing recipes in there, so you won't wanna miss out on that. But if you aren't subscribed yet, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and join my YouTube family. I would love to have you here. I do upload Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Tons of motherhood content like vlogs, shop with me's, recipes, and so much more. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!